Welcome, my name is Reuben Tyler. I'm a New Zealand barrister. I'm also a shareholder and director of Trustees and Fiduciaries. I'm going to talk to you today about the extent that a client can participate in the activity of the client's trust. The traditional structure is that you have a sole trustee, who would be trustees and fiduciaries. Trustees and fiduciaries would be in sole charge of all investment and distribution decisions, and trustees and fiduciaries would also be the sole signatory on bank and investment accounts. The trustees' powers would be limited only by the protector's powers and a letter of wishes. If we look first at the protector powers, these are set out in the trust deed, and of course the settlor may also be the protector. The most important power is the power of the protector to remove the trustee, but the trustee's powers to administer the trust may also be subject to the veto or consent of the protector for certain decisions, and typically those might include any new investments or distributions being made to beneficiaries. The letter of wishes, on the other hand, is not set out in the deed. It's a separate document. It's written by the settlor, normally when the trust is settled, and it sets out the settlor's wishes as to how the trust is to be administered. It's not binding on the trustee, but it is persuasive, and the settlor can change his letter of wishes from time to time, so it's not a fixed document. Now, with that traditional structure, if we look at this slide, you'll see that the settlor has three different functions. He's the settlor, he's the protector, and he's the beneficiary, but T&F, as the corporate trustee, have control of the everyday activity of the trust. So that traditional structure gives only limited control over the trustee, and to a certain extent it requires a leap of faith in the trustee. However, the client can participate and indeed control certain trust activities through the use of either intermediary entities or different trustee structures. So if we have a look at intermediary entities first, we can see that trustees and fiduciaries are the sole trustee. Trustees and fiduciaries is the member of an LLC, albeit a non-voting member. Trustees and fiduciaries adopts an investment policy and strategy, and trustees and fiduciaries then appoints the settlor appointee as manager of the LLC. And so if we look at this diagram, you'll see that here the settlor's functions have been expanded. He is now the settlor, he's the manager, protector, and the beneficiary, so he has more participation. And that's quite a typical structure. The bank accounts in this structure will be opened in the name of the LLC, and they'll be operated by the manager of the LLC. And so if we look at this diagram again, we'll see the settlor now. He's the account signatory, he's the director of a company holding assets, he's the manager of an LLC, and at the same time he's the protector and beneficiary. So the use of intermediary entities allows the settlor to participate in the investment activity of the trust, but it doesn't allow the settlor to interfere in trust administration, and in particular it doesn't allow the settlor to direct distributions. So the alternative, if the settlor wants more control, is to look at some of the different trustee structures. So the different trustee structures are sole trustee, co-trustee, custodian trustees, private trustee companies, advisory trustee, and also standby trustee. Each of these allow the settlor to participate in the activity of the trust to a different extent. So in summary, there are several ways where we can allow a client to have participation and a degree of control in the operations of a trust. There is a caution, however. Too much control may lead to transfers of property to the trust being disregarded by the courts. So it is important that trustees and fiduciaries be involved in some way in the administration of your trust.